By the way, as you know, Elon Musk firmly in charge of Twitter, making some changes over the weekend with management last week. But he says, I'm not firing everyone as rumored. But the thing is about Elon Musk and Twitter, people want to know what it's like. I think one of the biggest stories that's underreported is I added 14,000 followers. I think people are going to end up running with that with more Hemmer and Dana show. But I think a lot of people are adding and some are subtracting. Seems just a handful so far of so-called celebrities seem to be bowing out. Sarah Bareilles? Oh, yeah. I listen to her all the time. Is encouraging fans to follow her off the platform. Welp, it's been fun, Twitter. I'm out. See you on other platforms, peeps. Sorry, this one's just not for me. I guess she's going to Truth Social.
Meanwhile, Shonda Rhimes, who's behind Scandal and Grey's Anatomy, wrote, not hanging around for whatever Elon has planned. By Shonda Rhimes writes. The big headline from today is the fact that it sounds like if you have a blue check mark next to your name, as the three of us do, as Shonda Rhimes and Sarah Bareilles do, the story is apparently going forward, it's going to cost you $20 a month to keep the blue check mark, as Twitter Blue goes from $5 to $20. So that's one of the changes. Also, Elon Musk has got people on the political left with their heads exploding because yesterday he shared a link to a story that suggested that Paul Pelosi knew his attacker. He took down the tweet. San Francisco cops came out and said this was clearly a break-in. But the people on the political left and the New York Times this morning saying, hey, the guy in charge of Twitter is spreading disinformation. What will the future of Twitter look like, Ainsley?
Well, all these celebrities and all of us should encourage free speech, and we shouldn't encourage censorship and control as long as it doesn't lead to violence. And that's exactly what he said. He said he wants to hear from Democrats and from Republicans, and then people can make up their own minds. He said it's important to the future of civilization to have a digital town square, wide range of beliefs, debate in a healthy manner without resorting to violence. But I'm thinking, do you think the celebrities left because they don't want to pay the $240 a year?
Yeah, I think it's a little pricey, by the way, too. I'm not sure people are going to pay that.
It is, right? Are y'all going to stay on?
I thought it was a one-time.
I don't want to pay $20 a month.
It was great when it was free.
Yeah, maybe maybe it was a one-time fee. I thought it was a one-time fee.
No, it's monthly.
Wow. So Joe Rogan.
He said per month, yeah.
Yeah, by the way, he wrote that in response to Hillary Clinton, who's essentially put out a tweet that was kind of blaming Donald Trump for all this. So he wrote that and said, hey, according to one report, there's something else to it. I don't know. He will eventually would take it down. Joe Rogan, who knows Elon Musk best, said this about what it's going to mean now for Twitter.
What Elon wants to bring back to Twitter is reasonable exchange of ideas. I think we have a real problem with discourse, particularly like discourse on Twitter, right? Like if you post something and then someone posts something that opposes what you say, like, and then you got to like formulate it. Like some people don't want that. So what they would like to do is silence the people that have opposing viewpoints. And then you get all this positive feedback from all the people that agree with you. And you're like, yes, I want to amplify that. It's a way to communicate. Communicating like that, it's good. It's a good way to get out information and ideas really quickly. But it's a bad way to exchange ideas and to dialogue about stuff.
I tell you what, I think it's going to force the other platforms to be a little bit more balanced because people are going to go to Twitter if they got both sides. I think it's going to be exciting. And I don't see this is like necessarily a march, Ainsley, a march away by celebrities from Twitter. And Rob Reiner, yep, he's still around. He said celebrities should do the opposite from leaving. They should double down and have their voices heard to have a pushback so it's not just a one-sided opinion.
Yeah, it's nice to hear both sides, and then we're smart. We're Americans. We're all smart. We can make up our own decisions or make up our own minds.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.